Hey, Austin, what's that truck thing?
Do, 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 it could be a Cybercuck.
Hey there, buddies. I'm going to do this. Okay. And he's got the headset on right now, and he's good to go. Jeej. Okay, buddy. Okay, buddy. Someone's a gamer.
Newfound gamer.
You know what? I could actually kind of post up right here, too, like this right now.
All alone.
Dude, so
This is comfy.
this is a pretty cool setup. I mean, the weird thing is I can't really just like, you know what I mean? Like I'd have to kind of angle.
Do this.
I'd have to
take my
angle
cookies
look at you this way.
that my Aunt Margie made.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
They're so good. They're salted and they're caramel.
They're salted.
Their coffee's also.
I heard that Sally salted the cookies. Okay, let's hope this mic lasts.
I think it will.
Oh, on my way home today to meet you, you know how there's always something wrong with my car. You know, every 2 weeks something happens. By the way, Lad and I fixed the upper radiator hose leak.
Okay.
We lifted the thing.
Where'd you
I mean,
lift
like
it?
from the front. We lifted the whole car up.
Oh. At his plate or
Here, on the asphalt, drenched in coolant and asphalt dust. Dude, it was so gross. Dude, it was an endeavor, bro.
it sounds
We were
like
working
it.
on that thing for like 2 or 3 hours, but we got it anyway. I just pulled up to the gas station because I'm on my last quarter, and I flipped the little tab that opens the door, and it wouldn't open. So can't fill up with gas. Can't drive my
Punch it
car.
out.
That's pretty cool. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. Probably like cut the carpet on the floorboard and see if I can find the cable that connects to that thing that you pull, and then just like hook up a pair of vice grips to it and just rely on that. I don't know, dude.
At this point.
Oh my god, just last me a little longer, buddy, and it'll be fine. Okay,
Man.
I'll replace you with the new Cybertruck.
It'll be bulletproof and everything.
Yeah, it'll be bulletproof.
The thing looks like a 1980s Lamborghini Countach.
You know what's
roof
weird,
line.
dude? The Countach, dude.
It does.
You know what's stupid though is like when I saw it, like that thing released I was like, dude, this is a troll.
That's what we thought too.
He's
That's what-
trolling, and then like when he walked up stage, okay, where's the real one? I was like, okay, where's the real one? He's bringing that out now. Ultimate troll, good job, nice meme, but this is the thing, and I really thought it was ugly as shit.
It
And-
is.
But now slowly, every time I see a picture of it, I kind of like it more
It's
and more,
growing on
and that's
you.
what's weird,
It's that Elon. He has that appeal, I guess.
dude. It's pretty interesting.
I
I mean, would you get one?
I'd drive it,
I even think where are the side view mirrors?
right?
I mean, if you're, making a truck, you need side view mirror,
Yeah.
even big ones. So if you're hauling something
Mm-hmm.
for like a trailer,
Come out. Yep.
and then so that was one thing I had an issue with. Where are those? The other thing is, if you rely on an electric door to open up the bed,
Mm-hmm.
it's a little sketchy because in a truck, it's kind of nice to just have the bed super easily there, so you don't have to pull a little switch for the thing to open, and then you throw shit in there,
Yeah.
But I mean, whatever. That's not as big as the mirrors. I mean,
So did it not even have mirrors on?
there's no side view mirrors.
Because you have
and
to
then
have that for the NHTSA.
I mean, it's pre-production, so
True.
I mean, who knows what they'll change or add, but
maybe they'll add bulletproof
and then also bulletproof wood.
glass like it's supposed to have.
I don't think the glass
Whatever.
was supposed to be bulletproof. I think it's just supposed to be impact proof.
Is that what it was? I don't even. Yeah, I didn't see that. I didn't get to see the actual.
Which it's fine if something breaks during a demo. It's like, okay, cool. Now we know.
Yeah.
We'll fix it.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's fine with me. You have to have the mistakes to get the success. But another thing was, have you seen the steering wheel?
No. Is
Okay,
it primitive
let me bring it
looking?
up for you. No, it's futuristic looking, but the problem with that is it's like almost too much.
Mm-hmm. Cybertruck steering wheel.
You are not gonna. Oh yeah, so you're gonna have to look it up because I
Gotcha.
didn't bring my Ethernet cable over here.
Stand by. Cybertruck.
Okay, want me to do it?
Yep. Stirring wool.
All right, so it's not a round circular steering wheel.
Oh, I know. Yeah, is it the one he can like push? It doesn't retract, but
See how it's like a kind of like a game? It's like a
Yeah.
Formula One car.
Yeah, it is.
It's just got the two sides. But the thing with that is like, I mean, not that you're supposed to drive this way, but you can't just like hold a hand on top.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you're, doing the multiple pointed
Like,
turn,
yeah.
you only have 2 touch points.
I know. That's
So it's like
tricky.
you have to. I mean, I guess it could work. I mean, I'd have to use it obviously, but it just looks like it could be that all the things you're used to doing with a steering wheel, like when you turn and then you're driving forward and you let it slip in between your hand as it's straightening out.
Yep.
Like how is that going to work?
That's got to be concept because there's no vents or anything for air conditioning, or there's nothing on there. See that? There's like no vents.
Yeah, that's true. But
So I wonder.
I mean, yeah, that's true.
And let
This might. I mean, who knows what stage they're on? But
yeah, that's.
I'm
good
just
point.
thinking. I mean, like from here, this looks really attractive to me.
Let me see.
Like that's attractive to me. I'm like, that's pretty sick.
Mm-hmm. It's old, but it looks futuristic at the same
But
time.
it looks like old futuristic. It looks like what people thought the future would be decades ago.
In the 80s or something.
But definitely 80s for sure. Like I can see Sylvester Stallone and Wesley Snipes having a fight on top of that car.
Same here. That bed's
they
cool,
made an
though.
ATV.
How it rolls up there. That's cool. The
I-
drop down ramp.
I just want to see, like, they're trying to, hey, this is better than this truck and that truck. I just want them to. I don't want it to be like a rich, flashy guy's truck.
No,
Even
know.
though the price point's amazing. It's like starting
it
at
is.
39 grand. But I just don't want it to be like a show off truck where you don't even use it. So what I want them to do is like really add functionality to that vehicle.
Yeah.
Like make it so it is better in every way than the other ones. Make the bed better, make the this better, that, the visibility. Like the visibility doesn't look too good to me.
No, it doesn't. I want to see what the rear. What's the
So
rear?
it's like, please, like, make it better than these trucks.
Yeah.
And I mean, obviously this is pre-production, so who knows how much it'll modify, but I just want it to be better.
I get you. I like that's cool.
If you're gonna make this kind of like groundbreaking leap forward with this new type of, not type, but like new shelled, materialed vehicle,
I was looking.
make it like at least retain and maybe excel in the functionality aspect of
the
that thing.
truck itself.
Yeah.
It says right here, autopilot tech is included with a full future self-driving option available for $7,000.
Yeah.
I just wonder why it's going to cost them $7,000. Being in the industry, I'm like, I don't see how it's going to cost them $7,000.
Do they have to put extra shit in there, or is it just software update?
It probably. Well, yeah, a lot of it's software. I don't know I don't know what comes like standard on that.
They have like autopilot on standard in Tesla, where it like takes the control for you, so you can just chill.
I just wonder. Yeah, I wonder why the truck they'd have to. I don't know.
I mean,
I wonder if it just. So I'm wondering if the self-driving thing just has.
all the man hours and engineers they have to pay to actually code and develop and update all that shit. If they sell this many vehicles and it costed them this much for these people to actually build that shit, they probably try and find a way to pay back for it that way. Like, how much do we have to charge per
unit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm just curious if they don't have the self-driving sensors on it or something. That's all I'm wondering. And then this is cool. It says there'll be 120 volt and 220 volt electrical.
Yeah,
outlets.
it's pretty much a generator. And so the back, the roof in the back, I guess the bed roof
thing.
I guess you can put solar in there.
What? All
That'll
right.
give it 4 miles a day. And he was talking about, I saw one of his tweets, and he was talking about if they can put a solar panel in there with the flaps that can come out,
Yeah.
you can get like 15 to 30 mile charge a day just off solar.
That's really good.
So it's like a post-apocalyptic.
We'll take it
you just
here.
go charge that bitch and go drive away.
Dude, we could take it right here, right now, with all this
Yeah.
sun. But that too, the air suspension will give 16 inches of ground clearance.
It's dope. I'm just wondering about the little things, just the small things that make owning a truck better than owning a car. Is this thing going to be able to really? Here's another thing. Like, who are the majority of? What do you think of truck users? You think of like guys out in a ranch, guys out in the country, guys out doing
Man
farming stuff or hauling stuff or building projects, construction, random stuff like that. Like, can you see that demographic in this?
Right.
That's a little
It's a tough sell.
like, why would that demographic? I don't think they would. That segment of the market would like this vehicle.
No, I think this is trying to be too hip for them. This is kind of like the new age hipster vehicle. Like it's functional, but it's trying to be cool.
I don't know, man. But the thing is, I really want it to succeed, and I want it to be really cool. And I just, those are my little drawbacks where I'm like, ugh. Mm-hmm. Because I feel like it could have been a lot more.
Yeah. If it took on like the traditional look of a truck.
Not even that. Just, I don't know.
The roofline is.
Like I like it's cool, dude. But like, I mean, if you're gonna go for like a space movie, I feel like maybe the Oblivion Tom Cruise style would have been cooler with the more round. I don't know.
I know what you're saying. I think
more round, lots of glass, extreme visibility.
That's a big.
I don't know. That thing looks cool too, and I know there was some part of the reason for it was like this will be the first Mars vehicle. It's designed for that or something, because it's gonna have a pressurized cabin eventually. But so I mean, it does look like that. That fits.
Yeah, it does.
But for freaking John Smith, dude, who lives in South Dakota and he's just carrying wheat around in his fucking truck, I don't know. Like, is that guy really gonna want this instead of an F-150?
Maybe if the price point was good for. Maybe if he was like, it's so cheap, I'm just gonna. Because if you look at that,
and you're saving a ton on gas. But I mean, that guy doesn't like the look of this. I guarantee you. Those.
No, I know. Like more traditional.
That's a really tough sell.
It is.
In my opinion.
It is. No, I agree. Because like a lot of it's performance based, and they're not going to care about the 0 to 60 for the most part. They're like,
they're like, okay, what's the torque? Torque doesn't really matter in an EV, but what's the towing capacity? What's the weight? Mm-hmm. All that shit.
That's the thing. Like here in the city, like I would drive it, but
oh hell yeah.
Like, let's see what it say. Even the best truck. Oh, the base truck will haul 3,500 pounds and tow 7,500 pounds. With
the other one does 15, I think.
The top line trim hauling 14,000 pounds.
I mean, what is that comparable? Can you look up the Tundra and what that thing can do? What does it say?
It says Musk's quick video of the Cybercuck dominating a Ford F-150 in a tug-of-war should give some indication of the locomotive-like twist that will likely humble even big diesel pickups. So that, I mean, it looks like it'll.
EVs don't need. They have like instant torque, so
yeah.
Cool, but
I mean it's. And then like I like this. So 0 to 60, single motor all-wheel drive 6.5 seconds, dual motor 4.5, and then tri-motor 2.8 or something, which is extremely fast in that truck.
It's faster than a Porsche.
Yeah, but it's like they're not. The average person who's buying that truck doesn't care about that. They just want the towing capacity. It'd be scary to go that fast in something that tall too, in a car now. But
okay, Toyota Tundra 2020, 8 to 10,000 pounds, and what was the
other one? It was
15, right?
14. So yeah, I mean it still wins.
It's better.
Let's try like a F-250. I don't even know.
Diesel.
13.
It's still
15.
comparable to a 250, but look how much an F-250 costs. That thing's like $60,000.
So this is MSRP.
Oh wait, never mind.
Well, no, you're right. It's from 33, but I don't know what that actually like.
Go check it out. What is it?
Let's see. So we have regular cab from 33, super cab, and a crew cab. So 36, 37. Well, all right.
Go to regular cab.
All right, let's go with this one. And then
just click on their actual website, dude, so you can see the shit.
Do the whole thing. Horsepower. Let's see what we have here.
I mean, the savings in gas and oil changes, though, I mean, is, $10,000-15,000 a year.
Yeah.
Which means the car would pay for itself in 2 years, pretty much. 2.5.
Just trying to find one that's like similar with.
Go to the F350 XL, dude. Check that shit out. That thing's
$35. 450.
This thing's $4,000 under the base price of the Tesla Cybercuck. Let's just see what the fuck it is.
All right. Basic, but interior power
and handling.
Optional. Okay, a lot of fuel tank knowledge.
Don't care about literally anything on that
So
section.
6.2 liter single overhead cam, 2-valve, flex fuel V8 engine.
There's no upgraded diesel engine exhaust. Okay, so you can get this in diesel, 7.3 liter.
Mm-hmm. Or a 6.7.
Wait, yeah, the 6.7 V8 turbo diesel. I feel like this thing is way beastlier, probably performance-wise, right?
Yeah, I would think so. Well, okay. For
for
the smaller V8, 385 horse, 475 for the 6.7 Power Stroke, 430 for the 7.3 liter, but then also 430 for the 6.2.
What's the towing?
So let's see. Well, torque. We got torque, and then maximum conventional towing is 24,000.
I mean, that's a fuckload.
Yeah. Maximum growth. Yeah, I mean that's. Look at that torque though on the.
But the Cybertruck also, like, it takes a fucking beating.
That's true.
But aren't cars designed to crunch because of impacts?
Yeah.
I mean,
they have like crumple zones.
I just have a lot of questions.
I know. Yeah. They're designed to. But look at that, dude. Look at that. 1,050 torque on the 6.7 liter Power Stroke. The 7.3 is 475 and the 6.2 is 430. Jesus.
I mean, but what's the 0 to 60 on one of these?
Yeah, I
Probably
don't know.
15 seconds.
14 years.
You know?
Light years. Wait, what? No, I was kidding. Yeah.
And that does matter a little bit when you're getting on a highway and, you know, there's a
Yeah.
bunch of, and you got to go.
Because I would like to see a test of, so something like
A Testa?
a test of the Tesla ropes. I'd like to see a test of the Tesla truck versus one of these, like just getting onto a highway, like the on-ramp.
Yeah, I want to see all the tests. I want to see, you know, towing, throwing shit in the back, visibility, everything.
Because
you know, having a truck at 39, starting at 39 is pretty cool.
it is.
But that one, this 3 fucking whatever is 35 or something. So it's
Right.
like, I was like, wait, how expensive did I think trucks were? I mean, I know I've seen, like, when I was in, maybe in the around 2010, I remember seeing, like, you know, F250 or F150 King Ranch edition Fords that were like 60 grand.
That's right. Yeah. Well, because this too, is only showing like a single cab, so it's just the
It's just a driver.
yeah, and then the passenger. But yeah, there's no. So once you start getting into the extra cabs and stuff, that's when it gets pricey. And then like you get the King Ranch or something, and you're
So everything's leather
'Cause-
from fucking.
yeah. Because my buddy who does the pulls, last year he bought a brand new. Like whatever quad cab Dodge or Ram or whatever they're called. Ram, I guess now.
Yeah, Ram.
And that was it's got the Hemi motor, but that was 55. I don't know if it was 55 base or 55 out the door, but he said 55, so that's even 20 grand more than that. It's got a Hemi, but still.
And he's spending so much on gas.
Yeah, like a
Man, I don't know, man. I guess time will tell. I'd really love them to kind of explain all the reasons why they did the things that they did.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not like, wait, isn't this not good? You know what I mean?
Right.
But I mean, I'm very optimistic about it.
Yeah, I think.
But I guess the question really is Cybertruck or Cybercuck.
Perfect.
We'll see.
Perfect.
Because I like Musk and I like Tesla and I want them to succeed.
Yeah,
Honestly.
I do too. I like where his brain's at. He's trying to improve things for the future, definitely. So, we'll see. It's a possibility. I think it's just the styling and I think it's who can afford it.
It's really like also the segment. Like, who are you targeting? Who's gonna, we'll see.
Yeah.
I think just time will tell.
I mean, if I had the money, I'd buy one. Because that's like, I mean, that base is like.
I'd rather have like a Model 3, I think. I don't know. How much are the Model 3s? I think the Model 3 might be around the same price. I guess I would get the Cybertruck in that case.
Because the truck, at least, since we live here, if you ever wanted to go, like, off-road, you could.
I don't ever want to go off-road.
No, but
I do like to, put a bunch of groceries in the back, I guess.
yeah. Let's see. Model 3 base price from 35.
So it might be worth spending $4,000 for a truck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's bulletproof, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It'd be
I'd
cool.
go with the truck.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, definitely be cool to get shot at and then just laugh.
Good try.
Cybertruck, man.
I'm gonna have a cookie.
Yeah,
for
dude,
that
but-
one. You know what I mean? For that, I gotta.
So I mean, we can't go too far into the episode without
Schmooky.
mentioning the gym. Okay,
No, we
so
can't. That's our
what I
thing.
want to do is just tell you about this little encounter I had, where there's this very ostentatious guy, that goes to the gym that works out sometimes when I work out. Very small muscle shirt. The whole shebang, wrist wraps.
Oh wow!
Makes
your arms look bigger.
I mean, like all the little things, and facial hair like in a tuft right here, where it's just like on your chin. It's just like where someone would put their balls. It's just a circular. No, it's like it's a parallelogram right here.
It's like
it's just this
Tesla truck. Under...
It's this dude. Why do people grow just that tuft right here?
I don't know.
This is golfing green. I don't know why people do that. Anyway, so he's got that and shaved head, and very loud in there. Like looks like maybe he did a cycle and now he's not he's shrunk a lot and now he's like
He reminds me of
he's like shit. I need to get on another cycle.
He's like a singer from a heavy metal band like 2004 or something.
Very small, very very thin legs.
Okay.
Like doesn't actually work them. Because I've seen him in there on leg day. I'm front squatting, going crazy doing reps. He's like on the Smith machine doing like nothing.
Yeah.
Just like saying he did it. Which, hey man, cool with me. Don't give a fuck.
Put it on the gram and I'll believe it.
Hey, you do it for you, man.
That's right.
If you don't even have to do legs. I don't care. I'm just trying to give you a description here so you can have something to go off. But big upper body. Very round and cloudy. Not round as in fat, but like,
just,
yeah. Puffy?
Like, I get you. I get you.
Swollen muscles.
Yeah.
I'm not saying anything negative. I'm just saying.
You're describing the individual at hand.
I almost feel like I didn't describe it right. Anyway.
No, I know what you're saying.
You can tell he lifts. He's a big dude, right?
Maybe creatined up, but.
And I was like walking over to put one of my I don't even know what they're called. There's like a set. It goes from like 30 pounds up to like 110 pounds, and they're like really long dumbbells. I don't know how to describe it.
I know. Yeah.
So I used those. Come here. Oh yeah. Okay. So I used those, and I was gonna go put them up, and it's right next to the bench.
Okay.
And he was benching. He was doing like 315 or something, and he's like, "Hey man, what was his voice like?" He was like, "This was like 2 weeks ago."
Is that high pitched? Because that would be funny.
That would be funny, but I think it was like one of those like your voice isn't really that low type of voices. It's like,
yo, what's up,
hey,
bro? Yeah.
It's like, hey, dude. Hey, can you spot me, man? And I was like, sure. And I went over there, and I'm like, how many are you doing? And he's like,
all of them.
Probably 10. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, damn, that's like 10 reps, 315 is a lot.
That's a lot.
You got like 2 reps and needed a spot on the third. And I was like, all right. I'm like, hey, man, if you need a spot again, let me know. I'm bouncing back and forth from this to that, to the dips. All right, cool. Oh, yeah, cool, bro. Yeah, I should be good. And so I went over, did some more dips, came back over to those dumbbell things to do some more reverse curls.
Oh.
And he was just about to go again or something. And this time he had 225.
Significant weight reduction.
Yeah.
That's a big drop.
Yeah, it's 2 wagon wheels off. And so he's on 225 this time, and I go over there and I'm like, hey man, you need a spot? And he's like, me? Like looks behind him. Like, me? Huh, no dude, I'm good. This is baby weight. And I'm like, I mean just saying baby weight is really fucked. So he goes, no dude, I'm good. This is baby weight. And I'm like, are you sure? You can just go for a burnout and I'll, be here to, support you or whatever. You might as well go for as many as you can or something since this looks like the end of your lift,
Yeah.
He's like, oh yeah, true. Good point. All right, cool. And so he like gets under the bar and he's like, all right, baby weight. I'll probably go for like 20. I'll do 20. Unracks it. Gets like 6. It's just
20.
Oh, it's baby weight. Gets under there. Gets all set up. Arches back. I'll do 20. It's like, and I was like, okay, cool.
Okay.
And 5, and you need a spot. Okay, buddy. It's just, dude. Why are you doing that? Dude?
Yeah, nobody cares. Nobody's impressed.
Why are you saying that?
Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
I was just pretty flabbergasted, and but he was nice. I mean, it just so Jim Bro-y. And like, but I mean, after he's like, "Hey man, thank you so much. You're a really nice guy," and I was like, "Yeah, man, anytime."
It's true.
Bond agrees. Buddy.
Just want to make his appearance.
Parkour segment, but yeah, I thought that was really dumb that those things are said.
That's stupid. I don't know. I think if
I'll do 20.
I think people that actually have been lifting for a long time that really know their body will know exactly. Like I'll tell you right now, I couldn't bench 225 very well at all now because I haven't really benched. I bench maybe once a month with some dumbbells or something. That's it.
I could rep out 225 incline.
I like that. I like
because I love bench.
Yeah.
I want those tabletops. When I'm in the shower, sometimes I don't want to, when I'm shampooing and conditioning, sometimes I don't want to sometimes I want to just grab both bottles and use them as I wish, instead of, putting one down, grabbing the other. So I just put them up on these tabletops and I do my hair and put the shampoo back down right here. I'm like, I need a little more, put it back right there.
It's perfect.
Then I get the conditioner,
So
I mean, sometimes it's, it's really nice to have some tabletops.
It is. It does help. It does help.
Especially if you need a third hand to grab something, to hold something. You just use that Shark Tooth Canyon and you've got yourself another pair of grippage.
It calls for a cookie.
You got yourself another pair of grippage.
Look at me. I'm fasting right here. That's what they call this. Fasting. Oh, yeah. Fasting.
Are you really?
No, I'm not.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
Dude, it's actually pretty dumb, dude. Deli meats.
Okay.
Like
right.
No, seriously. Black Forest ham. Where's the Black Forest?
I was thinking Germany.
Is it?
Let me say.
Like, why call it Black Forest? Call it peppered ham, honey ham. Just call it what's in it. Why does it have to be a Black Forest ham? Hey, can I have a turkey? But before you give me the slices of turkey, I'd like to know which forest this hails from.
Germany.
I'd like to know which forest this turkey's from. I want to know exactly what kind of bird I'm getting my hands on here.
Hopefully it's a vegan bird.
Do you have any turkey? Yeah, we do. Which forest? Hazelnut forest? Orange forest turkey. Just get peppered. Smoked. Honey. Black Forest ham. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, all right, it's in Germany. I'm supposed to believe that. Okay, buddy. So how many fucking pigs do they have there if every single deli has Black Forest ham? This is immeasurable. I get Black Forest. Okay. I think people really give more. They really, it like elevates the status of the meat, calling it black. And from which region does this pork hail from?
Bavaria.
Sire, it comes from the Black Forest. We have marched many nights, many moons to acquire these pigs. We've lost many a man. It doesn't matter how many men we've lost. We have Black Forest ham. Come on, dude. Can there be other animals in the Black Forest, or is it just pigs?
Unicorns and pigs. That's all there is. Black Forest.
So you can't have Black Forest turkey?
No, I guess not.
I guess we'll have to make a... What if you planted a bunch of trees and, that, to fit the definition of forest, and you just, put a bunch of fucking... You fucking put a bunch of river systems in there and started growing salmon and called it the fucking Rainbow Forest Salmon or some shit. Named the forest fucking...
Whatever.
Bend Dover Forest.
We'll get you in the end.
Yes? Oh, you're just going to chill there? Okay.
Perfect. You can kind of see him on camera.
You can't. That's the ramp, the kiddie ramp that goes up to the... That's the kiddie ramp that goes up to the kiddie tree. And then, of course, behind us is the control center.
Pretty much.
I mean, yeah, that's where the pilot sits.
That's where he's looking out over his game preserve.
But yeah, dude, Black Forest ham is so dumb to me.
That's a weird... Yeah, I never thought about that. I mean, I've seen it.
What forest does this meat hail from?
Black Forest. Black.
Yeah, I got beef with deli meats.
The only reason I thought about that was because, Schwarzenegger Schwarzen, I think, means black.
Really?
And I know he's from Austria, which is like next to Germany. So I was like, I wonder for some. That's how I deduced my theory.
All right.
Isn't that ridiculous? I'm like, well, kind of is what it is, but it works.
What's funny is when you're in the bathroom, and like you just peed or something, and you're washing your hands, or you're walking to the sinks or something, and you see someone go into the bathroom, and like you like briefly make eye contact with them, right? Like you're just like, oh, okay, I know, I now know you, and you now know me, right? At least how we look. Like I recognize you as a human. So you make eye contact with this person, and they like look down and like slip into a stall, and they're about to go take a shit.
Yep.
And then you just, since you were just peeing and washing your hands, you're not as dirty of an animal as they are. So
they're the black forest.
Once you make eye contact and they kind of look down and go into the stall, it's like, oh, you filthy fucking animal. You're going in there to take a shit, aren't you? And then you see them later, when you make eye contact later, like outside of the bathroom somewhere, then they have this fucking look of shame, dude, because they know you recognize them. You know what I mean?
It's one thing if you piss, but you drop a deuce, it's a different world.
Yeah, dude, there's deuce everywhere.
It's just a different world.
That's so funny.
I feel like that comment that we had on our I think it was my profile about if we do health, if we talk about health stuff or just like weightlifting. I'm sitting here eating cookies like, yeah, we definitely don't talk about health.
But I mean, that's not bad, dude. It's not bad to eat those.
No, I've barely been eating. I just haven't even been hungry lately.
Cody texted me a picture of that Halo Top ice cream, and it said 336 calories a pint, and it was like this and that, and he's like, yo, what's the point of like low calorie ice cream full of saturated fat? Like, what the fuck, And it's like, dude, I feel like America has this, well, the whole world really has this like view of diet, like of nutrition and diet that's just very inaccurate. We think low fat or fat free is good,
right?
And we, or low carb is good,
or
and it's just like,
low something,
dude, like low sodium. It's like, dude, everything just depends on your lifestyle.
That's pretty much what it is.
And like fat isn't bad.
No.
Trans fat's bad, right? Because it's, like man-made. But saturated fat, even like Harvard Health says it's like not bad and not good. It's just an in-between fat. But people are so afraid of saturated fat. But saturated fat occurs naturally in dairy and beef and
cheese. Yeah.
I mean, it's not like it's some like chemically
enhanced.
Obviously, you have like poly and whatever on monounsaturated fats, and those are the good ones, like salmon, avocado, shit like that.
I ate all the fat.
But it's like, dude, fat isn't bad.
No.
I mean, when you combine it with other things, it can't. If you're active, you can eat ice cream. And here's the other thing, like that Halo Top ice cream, I'm pretty sure it's just as caloric as regular Breyers or Dreyer's ice cream.
I think it's a little that we had some. I just didn't like it because it just like tastes like fake ice. It doesn't taste
like real ice cream. It's like creamy and savory and shit.
Yeah, it's just, it has that like non-sugar.
It's
just
like
drinking
I feel back to like, well, with Americans being all weird about nutrition, I feel like everyone's almost been brainwashed to like just instantly go grab and buy the things that say what they think society should do on them.
That's
like when I was telling them when pack of gummy bears says gluten and sodium free,
but it has
it's
CBD.
Like, of course it is. It's a fucking gummy bear, dude. But people are like, oh my gosh, this doesn't have gluten or sodium in it, and they're like, oh my, and it's like, well, no, but also, what the fuck?
I ordered a whole shipment for Angelica. So
what the fuck is that?
It'll be there soon. I was listening to some dude, I barely listened, saying that we don't need carbs in our life. I'm like, well, there goes that. I was like, I need carbs.
I've been listening to so many
random things.
I've been like Thomas DeLure, you know who that is? The intermittent fasting / keto guy.
Okay.
I've been listening to like all the dietitian guys on Joe Rogan.
Oh, wow.
Like all the different points of view.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like
so many.
Mm-hmm. But some of them make way more sense, and some of them debunk the others and stuff like that.
I can see like maybe not eating certain things for inflammation reasons or something, but for the most part, it's like you and I talked. It's just calories in versus calories out.
It's calories in versus calories out. So if you don't exercise, then you have to eat a lot less.
Yeah,
and that's when maybe you would care about fats more than you care about carbs and protein, because there's 9 grams of 9 grams.
per
9 grams of calories per gram,
Mhm.
or 9
or-
calories per gram of fat.
Mhm.
Whereas there's, what is it, 4 with the other ones? 4.
It's
I mean, I'm not a fucking dietitian, dude. What is this shit?
I play one on TV. Let's see. It's something like that though.
It said calories of Black Forest ham. I swear to God.
Infinite. Unlimited. There you go.
Where's enter?
Nailed it. Yep, 4
Yeah,
calories.
4 calories per gram of protein, and I'm pretty sure there's 9 for fat, and there's also 4 for carbs. I'm pretty sure.
Let's click this first link and see.
But I mean, that's more than double, right? So if
Yeah,
you're not
it is.
exercising and you're not burning any calories, then fats is pretty much, you're doubling the amount of calories you're getting as
Carbs.
opposed to from fats and protein.
Fats are 9, carbs are 4, and proteins 4.
Yeah.
Yep.
And eating higher in proteins, also your body has to actually work harder to metabolize those. So you're actually burning more calories to intake to digest the protein.
That's
I was also looking at one of the guys on one of the dietitians was talking about, like, the old like 1.5 grams per kilo of body weight thing for a bodybuilding thing.
Mhm.
Supposedly 1.3 or 1.2 or something is like the minimum now, according to this new scale that measures branched chain amino acids.
Mm-hmm.
And it's saying for bodybuilding you want like up to like 2.2
Wow.
grams per kilo.
Dang.
So I need to start eating even more.
Yeah. Bon, we're eating.
But
now.
I mean, it actually gets really complicated when you're like trying to like, really optimize your, like, your lifting and your this and your that. If you're just like a regular Joe,
dude. Yep.
it's really not hard.
No.
But like eating, if I was to eat 2 per kilo, I think I weigh like something like 80 or 90 kilos or something like that. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, somewhere. Yeah.
Then it'd be 180. And right now I'm eating about 140 grams of protein.
Okay.
So if I were to eat, 40 grams more, I mean, that's another meal. And then when you look at people that are talking about what foods to pair with each other, like eating fats and carbs together isn't good.
Right. Right. Because
You want either fat or protein at the same time, or carbs or protein at the same time.
Yep.
But it's like, okay, so how am I supposed to eat?
Yeah.
Like, especially like if you are doing intermittent fasting, which I'm not, but I want to start again.
Right.
But it's like, okay, so if I have an 8-hour eating window and I'm supposed to intake 200 grams of protein and I'm not supposed to have any fats with carbs, how the fuck am I supposed to get all this nutrition in 8 hours?
Yeah.
Like, do I just space the meals out by an hour? Like, what is...
Probably. That's the only way to do
like,
it.
should I just eat a bunch of beef and then an hour later eat noodles or rice? Or is that still going to go into effect? Because I haven't finished digesting in an hour.
No, heck no.
So, I mean, I feel like that's really... It's almost like choose one.
Yep.
It's like you're either eating these foods paired together at the perfect time, or you're intermittent fasting.
Yeah, there's no. Yeah,
because it's like, dude, I can't. There's
too much.
Or just show me how. What do you do? But
yeah,
some of these guys are just like so shadowy with the way they do things. It's like they're just huge, jacked, and shredded. And they go, yeah, I do this. And it's like, okay, well, show me your daily thing. And they don't have, and there's nothing online about it.
No.
It's like, okay,
that's how you're supposed to.
How about you show us like what the fuck you're doing?
Mm-hmm. Because there's no, I know.
Like, that guy's stacked, dude.
Well, I was reading.
That guy's shredded and he's fucking huge.
Mm-hmm.
And he's fat, he's intermittent fasting, and he's not eating this with that, not eating that with this. It's like, okay, dude, show me your daily like eating schedule.
Yeah.
Like for me, I could say mine. I eat like yogurt and almonds at 6 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Then I eat eggs, spinach, banana, carrots, berries at 9.
Mm-hmm.
Rice cakes, salmon at 12.
Yep.
Come home, a bunch of beef, noodles, then some chicken salad later. Good to go.
I'm with that.
But, that's obviously during the day. Like, I even gave you times, right? I mean, that's like throughout the day until I go to sleep. So tell me what the fuck you're eating and when in 8 hours when you're telling me you have to eat 200 grams of protein and you're not allowed to combine this with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's no way to do it, really. There's not enough hours in the day.
It's almost it's almost like I have trouble believing you're actually doing everything you say.
Yeah. No, I get that.
especially when you look that good.
That's just clean up. Get that computer on, just get all shredded.
What are you fucking talking about?
Trend. Anavar.
Oh, okay.
The
Yeah,
secret-
Roger that. The
The
secret
whole
sauce.
eat, cleanse, trend hard, and never give
The real.
Anavar give up. I do wonder though how many people I don't know. I was looking at Instagram the other day. I try not to anymore because I get so bored with it. But I'm just looking at all these dudes that are just big and diced up, and I'm like, they all got to be on something. They just know
what do they know that I don't know?
right? Because I'm like,
for me, it's like I want to be like I want to look good to myself, but also I want to be I want to be able to function.
that's
So like I know what I'm capable of right now, and that feels good. It's not just about looking huge.
No,
It's
I
like,
know. I actually don't want to get bigger. I've been like, that's totally been eating less. I just haven't been hungry, and I'm like,
then fuck it, dude.
Yeah, I don't care.
It's all your what you want to be.
Right. I've been doing so much like yoga type stretching because the older I get, my back is just getting worse.
Yeah.
And like I can't even really do squats anymore, to be honest.
Seriously?
Yeah, it hurts. I
mean, my knees
want
hurt.
to.
My knees hurt when I do squats. What is it for you? Knees or back?
This whole area, like
Okay.
front part of the hip,
Yeah.
and then the back part, like
For me, it's all
pelvis
knee.
I get the knee too.
But I haven't been doing back squats for like 2 months or more.
Okay.
I only do front squats.
That
now,
helps.
and it feels so much better.
And it's better for the quads.
And I'm
more.
going pretty heavy too.
Okay.
My max is like 225.
Still, I know it's hard to.
And
that's
by
a
max,
lot.
but by max I mean that's as high as I'll go.
Okay, for safety, like
Because
so
I don't. Yeah, I told myself like a year or two ago, like I don't need to constantly push how much I can lift. Like when I'm comfortable with these weights here to be able to do what I know I should be able to do, and
Right.
that's that. Like I don't need to bench over 225.
No.
I don't need to incline over 225
No.
for a 10 by 10.
Yeah. No, you don't need to.
So I'm staying there for 10 by 10,
That's good.
and I'm gonna try and work up to 5 by 10 front squat 225. Right now I'm doing like 5 by 5.
That'd be good. That's a lot actually. That'd be
Well,
tough.
I'd like to be able to do 10 by 10. My thought is this is enough weight to do a front squat with.
Yeah, it is.
I know I can carry big dudes and run with them. So I'm gonna try and see I can
Run?
Yeah,
I know,
and
I know.
fucking run with them
I
and
know,
take
that's
off with those
what's
motherfuckers.
crazy.
So, just doing more reps with that weight sounds good to me. So that's what it's like to me. For arms, I don't give a shit how strong my arms are,
Nah,
but they're really fucking strong. I'll tell you that.
they're beautiful.
They're
too.
fucking strong, dude.
It's all that German. It's that Black Forest training you've been doing. Those 10 by 10s. Black
These
Forest
fucking
training.
fish belly- Some guy came up to. I was so flattered. Some guy came up to me the other day and goes, "Dude, how do you get your upper forearms so big?"
That's a
And my forearms are shredded the fuck up too.
Yeah, you do
When
have
I'm
good
when I'm
forearms.
lifting weights, dude, it looks like Wolverine attacked me. He just shredded me up, dude. Just came over and went, yeah, and I've still got the fucking scars to prove it. These fucking fish bellies are all daddy though. Fish belly. You don't want to see them coming over here to Sharktooth Canyon. You get fucked up real quick.
we have a new guy at work that's is a power lifter, and I was just curious talking to him. I was like, "What?"
XD. Power lifters, dude. That's so funny.
But I was
Tell
like,
me more.
I was like, so I was like, how you train and are you injured and all that? Because he's like 10 years younger than me, so he's like 26. And,
He's like, yeah, I do like a 50 by 1 and I'm good.
But he's like, he said he's all jacked up. He's got injuries, shoulder and back and stuff. I was like, well, yeah, I get it, understand that. But I was like, what are your I guess best lifts? Because that's for a power lifter, they don't get strong till they're like in their like 30s. That's when
Yeah.
you start to get.
Yeah.
This is 26, but he said his deadlift was something like 750 or something.
Is he fat?
I mean, yeah, but kind of. But he's
That's
probably
powerlifters.
5'7", 5'8".
Just a little ball.
Imagine blood. Imagine Nick if Nick just kept lifting for a long time. He's like that.
He's like a meatball.
Yeah, and
Great.
but not as like more athletic looking. I don't know how to describe it. I don't know who to compare.
Powerlifters are an interesting breed, man. I love making fun of powerlifters.
Yeah, like you could see him in like a Game of Thrones thing or something. But I was like, damn, dude, that's a lot. Like that's a lot of weight though. Like
That's a shitload of weight,
50,
dude.
and then squat was like, I don't know, it was like high fives or low sixes or something, and then bench was like 450, 460. I was like, it's pretty good though, man. For your, I was like,
great.
for your age, like once you, I was like, you're not going to be as strong as you can be till you're like 38 years old or something. Because that's
And you have to juice.
yeah.
Like it's pretty important for like strongmen and shit to juice.
Yeah, you have to. There's no way. Because he and I were talking about tested versus untested, so clearly he understands the juice. Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
And I don't even have anything against that.
No, I don't either at all. I don't mind it. Well, because think about like bodybuilding.
My thing against
all
it is
juice, too.
if you try and convince everyone that you're like
Natural.
not, yeah.
Yeah. No, that's another thing. Yeah.
Then it's like, okay, buddy. Okay, but if you're like, oh yeah, I took this, and this, it's like, oh cool. Now I want to.
right.
Like Arnold Schwarzenegger, dude. Like he said all the shit he took.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we did this, and then I cycled off of this, and then of the off season I ate pies, and I ate this, and then we took a little bit of this. And it's like, okay,
You're smart for doing
you're
it.
amazing.
Worked.
You're amazing.
But I would do it if I knew, like Arnold knew probably that by juicing and all that and winning, he was going to have a career in America. I would do the same thing if they're like, hey, you're going to become an actor if you take this. I'm like,
And
okay.
the governor.
Yeah. I'm like,
Yeah, you're gonna be an amazing like actor and this and that. Okay, cool.
like, yep, I'll take it right now. Deca, I'm taking it. Tess,
I think they
don't
just
care.
didn't abuse it as much back in the old days.
No, I don't think so.
Because
Now,
I mean, look how disgusting people look now. I
It's
mean, that's the you can tell. You can really tell.
well, I was watching Snapchat last night, which I don't really use Snapchat, but Snapchat.
All on the floor, Snapchat.
And you get low Snapchat. And it was Kai Green was on there and like, this bodybuilder's a vegetarian, and I'm like, yeah, well, like,
Oh my
okay.
god!
Like,
Is
all
that
right.
what they said?
Yeah, I was
Oh
like,
my gosh! Okay, buddy. Yeah,
okay.
vegetarian orally. Okay. Okay, vegetarian orally.
Yeah, you're talking about
Yeah.
a guy who had a supplement like 10 years ago called Carnivore. It's like, okay, yeah, okay.
Oh yeah, carnivore with it was like pure beef like powder.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I know.
Maybe he eats veggies orally, but he's taking fucking shamu fucking shots.
Shamots. Freaking Shamot. He looks like an alien. You know what else reminds me of aliens though? Is
But
what
I mean, that guy works
is
his fucking ass off, dude.
He's not.
I'm just saying it's funny to call him a vegetarian because I think
I
that's
know.
so disingenuous to say.
It doesn't. Yeah. That. No, I know. I just watched it. I was like, okay, whatever. Speaking of aliens, I was watching something random on YouTube the other day. What do you think about like the people that say that the pyramids and like all that? Whoa, there you go. Like pyramids were made by aliens. I was like, I don't know my thoughts on all that.
It's possible.
It is possible.
I mean, I don't know, man. That's the thing, and I wish more people would say that. I don't know.
I don't freaking know.
I don't know about aliens. I mean, I wouldn't put most of my, if I was gambling on it, I don't think I'd put most of my money there.
Right.
I'd probably put most of mine on,
Like leverage.
more
and
like
efficient.
much older civilizations than we think existed that were like more advanced than we think they were.
I get what you're saying. This yeah, that could be.
Like, 15,000 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
20,000 years ago, maybe between 20 and 13,000 years ago,
Right.
like civilizations that had some tech, and like I'm not talking about Cybertrucks, but like they had some technology and they had some good knowledge and they had ways of doing things that I think we have no idea that they knew how to do. And I think it's possible that there was some sort of cataclysmic event
Mm-hmm. And then just
that
left it
happened
at-
that kind of, I mean, who knows? Maybe we just go in cycles, and that when I hear people say that kind of shit, I'm like, okay, buddy. But I mean, maybe something
Believe.
happened and then, there weren't many human survivors. And there's a bunch of,
Theories.
theories like this,
Yeah.
that I'm kind of piggybacking off the back of these.
But still.
But that's where I put where I'd put most of my money. And like then humans surviving afterwards didn't have all this, they didn't have, they were now in a distraught world, and they kind of had to rebuild humanity, and they didn't have all the shit that these other people had. It's kind of like if, something happened in this country and, only,
there's no
1,000 of us survived, and it's like, they don't know how to use anything here. They don't know how to do anything. Like, it's just,
no.
they're not going to build what we have today, but there's going to be traces of it left over. Because I mean, there's pretty good evidence for that, and there's really good evidence too for humanity being older than the what are they called? For some reason, I'm thinking anthropomorphic, but that has nothing to do with archaeologists.
Oh yeah.
The archaeologists, their narrative is very 6,000 years.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yep.
But there's a lot of evidence for greater than that. There's a lot of evidence for 10, 11, 12 to 20,000 years.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that was most likely constructed by humans
With Cybertrucks.
before a cataclysmic event
That's a good point.
that were way more
Advanced than we give them credit
not
for.
advanced, but
Knowledgeable.
well, that works too, but capable than we think they were.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably where I put most of my money. But I wouldn't throw aliens out of the equation because, I mean, who the fuck, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
There's some crazy shit about the pyramids, man.
Go ahead.
Like some of those stones and shit. Some of
Yeah.
the stones and like the, that are like, 800 tons or some shit. I mean, I don't even, that
The
are like
Cybertruck can
perfectly
move
cut
those.
out of marble and
And
like
what-
lifted 50 feet and shit. Like, it's like, okay, like,
And they said something too, like you can shine like a light in there. It's like a series of mirrors, and that light will just keep going through the tunnels or through
that's
the
pretty dope.
whatever. But that,
But I think it's pretty clear that I think that like those kinds of human constructs, maybe not human, but I think human.
Mhm.
Well, I'd say like 90%. I think that human
right,
or 95,
right.
and the other 5 is like I don't know, maybe aliens.
It's that variable. Aliens.
I think some of these like marvels, you think about the people we date them back to, and it's like, okay, why were they doing this stuff so smart, but then we're so fucking dumb about this? Or, there's like shit like that.
Right.
And then, like the reconstructions were done in a much sloppier, shittier way with different stuff. And there's language problems going from the time they think that the pyramid was constructed to when it was being renovated and this and that. There's all sorts of where it really shows like, okay, these were different people than the ones that actually made the shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get what you're saying. That's a good point. That's a good outlook on it. The thing I saw was only aliens was the only possible. I was like, yeah. Well,
Oh, well,
come on. You know how that goes. There's always somebody.
there's no only possible to something you don't know. That's what's dumb about.
Yeah. Yeah,
You can't
I know.
just don't be a cock and just say this is what it was. Like that. Come on, don't be a cock, dude.
It's possible, but it's not everything.
Yeah.
You know what? I was thinking of something off topic that annoys me. I was thinking when I was like, you know what? I want to tell Austin on the podcast. Something that's always annoyed me since I was a kid is when people are like, kids on the playground think they're like, my dad can beat your dad up
Yeah.
or whatever. I remember as a kid, there was always like that one kid that was like, my dad's a 3rd-degree black belt and he had to register his hands. I'm like,
That's not a fucking thing.
I always hated. I don't know why I thought about that. I always hated that people are like, "Oh yeah, when you get a black belt, you have to register your hand." I'm like,
Dude, people have asked me
register
questions
your
like
hand.
that. And
I
shit.
figured. Yeah, I'm sure
So
they'd
do you
ask
have
you.
a license to? Shut the fuck
You have
up,
a license to
dude.
kill in every country
Dude, it's just some of the
and
questions,
territory,
dude.
including U.S. territories like Puerto
Well,
Rico.
well, aren't your hands considered deadly weapons? Yes. Dude, I've had like a pretty close friend ask me that shit before. So aren't your hands technically deadly weapons? Or like registered as deadly weapons or something like that?
Oh man, I ran out of breath on that one. Like,
Dude, I'm serious, dude. It's like, dude, look at me. No. What the fuck is this? Look at dude.
I've never understood
Do you
that
live
whole.
in a bubble?
Yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal, is that you? One of your best roles ever. No, I'm kidding.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, I never understood that. Register your hand, because then I was like, what about all these MMA
Oh well, I'm
guys?
so dangerous
Yeah.
that I had to go down to the Maricopa County Sheriff's Department and actually register my hands as deadly weapons.
This judo chop is something fierce.
What they did was they unscrewed them from my body and they kept him in a holding cell to where I actually had to go through a concealed fist course. And then once I passed the course, they gave me my hands back.
Just right off at the wrist. Just off.
I mean, it's just the dumbest thing.
It is. It's so stupid.
But
I mean, that people think it.
it do be like that sometimes.
People think things like
no
that.
cap. You got to goddamn hear this shit. No cap. Where y'all from for real?
That calls for another cookie. Not gonna lie.
Can you stop not lying, please? Thanks. Okay, we get it. Wait a second. Are your hands technically considered deadly weapons?
Not
Dude,
yet.
yeah, that's funny that you say that.
Eventually they will be. It's like, what, can your hands actually shoot or something? Like, does a bullet come out of your...
It's like, if
middle
anything,
finger?
your brain would be the deadly weapon. I mean,
That's
that's
the
what
one, 'cause
controls your fucking body.
Mhm.
But does it?
It's the command center.
And I think about that all the time. My brain's doing... I'm me. I'm in control of my body. My brain is me.
Mm-hmm.
But I have also no control over my heartbeat, my breathing, my blinking.
Any of
You
that.
know. Okay, I get it. Okay. But you know what I mean. All that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, oh, I'm in control of my body. But it's like, you and also this fucking automated system. I mean, it's a simulation inside of a simulation. You've heard of simulation theory?
What is
There's
it?
like a 33% chance we're in a simulation, and there's like
Oh,
another.
man.
There's another. But it's not like
It's not too
it's not
far-fetched.
from dumb people. It's
Okay. Then I'm all ears.
it's from it's not from just some frat guy that's like technically. You know what I mean? This is like, it's pretty legit, and it's pretty cool though, the probabilities that. Okay, well, there's actually a 33, and I know that number is just so
That's the
cliche.
number.
It's so cliche. Leroy Jenkins, and everyone. It's 33%. But
33
there's
and a third.
I'll just say a third. There's a third chance that we're in a simulation, and I'm not saying this is concrete. I'm just saying that that's in simulation theory. That's the percentage they came up with. That's likely that we're in one, and it's by a philosopher. A philosopher?
Yeah,
No,
falafel.
not an officer of falafel. It's from a philosopher. And
Velociraptor. Right. Okay, go ahead.
okay, that's an old meme. That meme died with Harambe. So, philosophers are fucking dope
Mm-hmm.
because they're pretty much paid to just sit down. Well,
Think.
you get me. All right, let me go with this. They're pretty much paid to just exist and think and postulate about all the things that we might not be thinking of, or we might have questions to.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why philosophers are fucking dope. And some of these like big philosophers, God, I'm going to trip up one of these times, say philosopher. But some of these philosophers, these big timers, dude, they're so brilliant. And they say the way they rationalize like the real world and what might be and this and that, it's so interesting to listen to me. I remember one time I was driving out to Tucson from San Diego,
Mm-hmm.
and the whole 5.5 hours one way and 5.5 hours when I came back, I was listening to philosophy debates.
That's pretty cool. That I'd listen to that.
It was 11 hours of amazing. The drive was so... I was so impartial to where I was because I was listening, because of some of the things that were being said.
Mm-hmm.
It was awesome.
I could listen to that. That's how it is driving, man. I just don't even listen to music anymore when I drive. Like on the way here, I listened to I don't even know what the channel's called, but it was basically like if you're an executioner back in the day, the pros and cons of being an executioner. I guess a lot of executioners were actually
Okay.
also
Okay.
because of they knew the human anatomy so well. They also were kind of like doctors. Like they'd have to help people for surgeries.
That's so weird.
Because they knew, because like if they botched an execution, they could get killed or whatever the punishment was going to
Oh,
be.
really?
Yeah, all that stuff. And a lot of them were like convict or whatever they called them back in the day. They were criminals as well. So a lot of times they'd be given the task of becoming the executioner. So there's that. Just there's a whole bunch of stuff about it. Like,
That's really weird.
yeah, they said it was kind of cool because they got to travel sometimes to do executions elsewhere.
Dude, what kind of job interviews are these? Or post-job interview?
I don't know. It's on Indeed, I'm sure.
So today we're talking with Malicifius. Hello, Malicifius. How are you doing? Good am I, and are you good as well? Yes. So tell us some of the perks of being an executioner. Well, the travel's pretty nice. This one time I had to go kill someone in Belarus. So we traveled by horseback, and I got to see a new countryside one I haven't been to before. And I went and killed this guy and had some local bread. It was very nice. So it's definitely a pro of being an executioner, is the travel.
He's a pro.
And what's a con? Let's see.
None that I can think of. And they didn't really wear like those black masks or veil, whatever.
The movie shit.
Yeah, they didn't really wear them because people knew who they were. They're like, you were like basically
You're like
cast
the town executioner.
Yeah.
You're like the kingdom's executioner. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like your job.
But also, like they said, the one thing that sucked too is if you're the executioner, whoever you kill, their family might retaliate, and if they say you're doing an execution in front
But
of
it's
the
not
town,
your choice. Yeah.
I know. But it's like police. People are like, I hate the cops. Well, whatever. But so sometimes if an executioner got killed, so say he tried or did kill whoever he was supposed to kill, if that mob that was around there, like the crowd, became a mob and killed that executioner, nothing would happen to the mob. Like they wouldn't do anything to the
So
people.
they just get to kill executioners.
Yeah. It's like that's crazy.
So what's one con of being an executioner? Well, there's very little job security. I actually feel
Yeah. Like it could end at any moment. And they made decent.
not even Affleck will help that shit.
No, Affleck. But they made decent money. It said you can't get rich off it, but they made pretty good money compared to like skilled tradesmen at the time. It's like,
Or the local mead tavern.
yeah, mead, yeah. But yeah,
That's actually really interesting. But I also wonder where they were getting their data.
info. Yeah, I wonder that stuff too. But it's like that's the type
not
of stuff I
historical
listen to.
stuff, like stuff that, you know, if you were alive back then, would you be taking notes on the executioner and what his job was and the pros and cons of his job and interviewing executioners? No, you wouldn't. You'd be worrying about getting fucking horse shit in the cut you just got, so you wouldn't fucking die of an infection in 2 days.
That's true. Unless it was some
know,
like nerdy.
And getting clean drinking water that someone wasn't shitting in it upstream. Shit like that.
like India. What? Oh. Yeah. India back in the day.
You're fucking. I'm not fucking. You're fucking. You fucking fuck. I'm not fucking. You're fucking. You fucking guy. Why did you turn to... You're fucking. No, I'm not fucking. You're fucking. Have you seen that?
No.
Oh.
But
Well, then never mind.
I was watching last.
I'm not fucking. You're fucking. He goes... What are you doing, you fucking? And the guy goes, I'm not fucking. You're fucking. It's pretty fun. I was actually talking to Green Beans about that today or the other day too. I'm gonna have to let me try and find it.
It's like when you're.
I'm not fucking. You're fucking.
It's like you're at a funeral and you're like, I'm not crying, you're crying.
Yeah.
Not me, you are.
Sure. Let me try and find.
I was watching a thing last night.
What you're doing, guy? You're fucking. I'm not fucking. You're fucking. They just know it's a cuss word, so it's like, no, I'm not X. You're X.
Yeah, it sounds like math. It sounds complicated. I was watching something last night about airports, and there's a dude from.
Wait.
Go ahead.
Yeah. If you want to go, then you go to hill and go down.
Why you get
Okay,
fright,
yes,
man?
why? Are you crazy?
You're fucking behind
You are
us,
fucking.
man.
You are fucking.
You fucking you, bloody.
You bloody
Bastard, bitch. You fuck you. Bloody fuck you, bloody. Fucking mother, bloody fuck, bitch. Bitch, you fuck you. Fucking bloody bastard.
Oh, fucking bloody bastard.
What is that from? Is that YouTube?
Oh my god, what did I just click on? Okay.
The remix of it. That's pretty funny though.
Right.
Bloody fucking.
Accident, then what you wanna do?
Why you fuck me? I fuck you, bloody. Bloody bastard. Fucking.
Are you crazy?
You're fucking behind
You
us,
are fucking.
man.
You are fucking.
You fucking you, bloody.
You bloody.
Fuck you, bloody. Bastard, bitch. Fuck you. Bloody fuck you, bloody. Fucking mother, bloody fuck, bitch.
They're switching.
I had a kind of
Queen's English, and it's like English.
You bloody
gone wrong.
fuck bitch. I had a buddy that, well, it wasn't really my buddy. It was a buddy of a buddy that didn't know how to cuss, and so he'd kind of do shit like that. He'd just say them in random orders with random words thrown in. Bitch, wagon, ass, poop. And it's like, what the fuck? You know.
I mean, I feel threatened now, but
I'm not fucking, you're fucking, you bloody bastard.
How old is that video?
I don't know, but it's great.
That's a perfect video. This tape is getting the best of me.
So I think we should get mic stands. There's no way they're pricey.
No.
And I think we put them over the bloody bastard. It almost sounds like Irish, or what is that?
What's that? Scottish, Irish, English?
You know what I mean?
How it doesn't sound like normal English.
When you say, you bloody bastard.
Oh, yeah. It's got the Irish too.
Yeah,
Like
it's
the little-
weird, huh? But they
You're
almost
speaking
sound like
Gaelic
that.
next?
Gaelic. What about Celtic?
I think Celtic.
I think we put the things over the, like, either back there, so it's like this.
What's that? Where at?
Like
Over the
one
edge of the...
like mine would be back there, right, with the mic here.
Yeah.
And I could, well, or do you think a mic arm right here would be better?
Well...
And I can just rotate it and bring it in here like
if
this.
it'll extend that long. It might. It should.
And
Don't
what
Theo
about
wanna use
one
that?
over there?
Yeah, we could do that.
But I mean, yeah, we have to look for that.
Because our conversations are so dope. It's not like we need sound clips all the time, you know?
Yeah, I definitely need more freedom of hands.
Yeah.
Because I'm not fucking, you're
Same.
fucking. All right, well, this was a good return.
This is, what is like an hour and something, man? Look at that.
Yeah, we are.
Hope all the people watching.
Hopefully we can do one next week. Because I like this setup.
We probably could, because next week...
This setup is fucking
next week is
bloody bastard.
it's, Thanksgiving or whatever, so...
Oh, are you going to be here?
Yeah, I'm not going anywhere.
You're
Because
doing
you're
anything
staying.
Saturday?
I don't think so.
Okay, are you fucking?
I don't know. Because my mom wanted us to go to California, but I was like, nah, I'm good.
Be like, okay, you go. I'll stay here and make sure
Well,
it's good here.
I still don't want to take the boy. He hasn't left the state yet because he goes insane at like 2 a.m. He just wants to watch TV and be awake and ask every question on the
And
book
you let him.
and then debate. Well, no, we make him go to sleep, but he's too smart. He's like,
How do you make him go to sleep?
like lay down, drink your milk? He's like, why is it dark outside? I'm like,
He asks that?
yeah, he's insane.
What did you say?
He's not like most kids. They're just crying to cry because they want to hear themselves cry. He's like, he tells me, he's like, Obi wants to cry. I'm like, but why? He's like, because Obi wants to cry. I'm like, can't reason with that. Like, all right. And then
You should be like, you're fucking. You're not fucking.
and I'll be like, it's like
You
2
bloody bastard.
And then we're like, all right, we'll drink this milk cup. We want to change your diaper because we don't want you to pee in the bed. And he's like, no, I'm still going. I'm still peeing. I'm like,
Oh my god.
how are you still peeing? He's like, I'm still going. Like, I don't hear you going. He's like, I'm still going. You can't. The
That kid's insane.
He's way too smart. He can count backwards now from like 20 and stuff.
Are you serious?
Yeah. He can remember every song on his piano, basically. He's like, Dad, I want you to sing Toreador. Dad, I want you to sing Minuet. Dad, I want you to sing... like,
Really?
some like classical song. He's like, I want you to...
So he's actually the next Beethoven.
Yeah, basically. He's always on my... Well, it was mine. I bought a piano, and he stole it within 3 seconds or so of it appearing at the
Well,
house.
that's actually really cool, though. That
Yeah.
he's doing that.
So he's so smart that he's hard to like reason with at early hours in the morning. I'm just like,
Yeah.
why are you awake right now? Like, it was raining the other night, and he's like, what's that? Is that thunder? I'm like, is that rain? Yeah, and that's rain.
Rain. Snow.
Forgot about that guy.
All right, well, let's end this here, and
Okay.
then we'll see if we can do one next week, because I really want to do one next week. But I really want like a mic boom arm thing.
Yeah, we need one.
Because I'm not fucking, you're fucking. You fucking bloody bastard bitch buddy.
It's a good way to end it.
Let me see if I can just
This coffee's so good.
Yeah. If you want to go, then you go to hill and go down.
Why you get
Okay,
fried,
yes,
man?
why? Are you crazy?
You're fucking
You
behind
are
us, man.
fucking, you are fucking.
You fucking bloody.
You bloody.
Fuck you bloody.